Are disappearing fast, much faster, in fact 3 times faster than forests. Why are they disappearing? Several factors, partly climate change, partly anthropogenic. What do I mean by anthropogenic? Activities like agriculture. You expand with agriculture, you clear a wetland area, partly for development. We have cities where they're advancing very quickly and clearing all these manner of wetlands, and also coastal areas, mangrove systems, because you want to have a big hotel by the beach side, so you clear a mangrove system, which has been a buffer for protecting you from any disasters that can come. So we begin to see the complexity of how they're disappearing. The example on climate change, Lake Titicaca, for example, which is our highest high Andean wetland in Peru, is one of the, it's disappearing. It's just shrinking and shrinking. Lake Chad, here on the African continent, covered by several countries, Cameroon, Niger, Nigeria, and also Lake Chad itself, has shrunk 95%. So the restoration mechanism is, how do you begin to actually make sure that this space recovers? It may not go to the original status. You have some baseline to show this was the percentage or area of coverage of the mangrove, so the replanting, and these are systems that recover very slowly. So what are the systems in place? What are the policies in place to make sure that these places are recovering well? And this is also where the role of local communities is also very important. How are the communities engaged in this restoration? Because they're the ones who live there every day. They're the ones who are going to be checking, has this plant actually sprouted? Has it recovered? For that recovery. The same happens in forest ecosystems that are also very important for rainfall capture and all of that. So how do we make sure that this recovery is happening and not you just go and plant and you forget about it and you walk away? And this is why restoration requires patience. It requires investment, financial investment. It also requires human resources. It requires people committed and the political will from the politicians to say, we're going to set this into policy to make sure that you commit to making sure that this space is going to be restored and it will recover. I'm very excited because UNEA 6 theme is, the power of multilateralism. And as a convention, the Convention on Wetlands, we are a multilateral entity. And as a multilateral entity, we bring together 172 countries from around the world, a diverse group. And so being here, it is the first time that the UNEA process has brought together what is called the MEA Day, the Multilateral Environmental Agreement Day. So we're here with the UNCCD that deal with land, the Climate Change Convention, the biodiversity, the CITES that deals with endangered species, and many other conventions together. How do we work collaboratively for the purpose of Mother Earth? And this means that we need to support countries to be able to find solutions that are integrated, not just talking to the climate agenda or talking to the biodiversity agenda separately. Everything is interconnected. Our lives are lived in very holistic and connected ways. So I'm very excited to see the passion, the action that's happening here, and also the engagement from different constituencies, young people, some indigenous peoples, women, young men and women, and also the political processes itself, the government people that are presented here. So it's really, really fantastic.